guys, I'm Aveline and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having an amazing day. So today we are building a tiny house, and I do know that some of you guys out there are a little bit annoyed with tiny houses. I also know that some of you actually prefer to watch tiny house be built. So I just want to give a little bit of a heads up, sort of. I will be going through a little bit of a stressful time these next, I don't want to say stressful because then some of you will take it seriously, but I'm going away next weekend, and then not this upcoming week, but the week after I'm going away for 4 days as well. So I'll be pre-recording a little bit, and it will mainly be tiny houses, smaller homes, and also apartments. So if those are not your favorite builds or videos to watch, just be aware of that. It's because I am a little bit busy in real life. So I'm just gonna, go hang out with my family. My mom and I are going to Paris, and we're just gonna have a good time and everything. So yeah, that's basically what's happening. And today, because I've been working on a video for my second channel where I currently do Minecraft build tutorials, I've also not had the time to do anything bigger for today. But usually I either do a tiny house or an apartment speed build on Sundays anyways, so this is not anything out of the ordinary, at least. But yeah, I just wanted to give you guys a bit of a heads up that I will be pre-recording just a little bit. So anyways, today we are building this tiny house, and it is built in Oasis Springs. It's built on a 20 by 15 lot. I did take the screenshots at the end of the video on a 30 by 20 because the lighting was a little bit better on the other lot, so that's something you have to take into consideration when you have to make thumbnails. So I moved the house over to another lot, and that's why it looks a little bit bigger, but it is built. It is meant for a 20 by 15. And it has room for two parents who do sleep in the living room, so they sleep on a Murphy bed. And then there is a separate bedroom for three toddlers, three tiny humans. So I don't really know where the kids would sleep once they turn into, children, like once they age up. But I'm gonna let you guys figure that out. Maybe expand the house a little bit so you can make room for three proper sized beds. You could actually no, in that bedroom you can't make room for three beds actually. If you expand the house just 3 squares or 3 tiles and then expand the toddler bedroom 4 tiles, you could fit in 3 normal sized beds. That should be possible. So it's just because their bedroom is a 3 by 4, so I couldn't fit in, it's not possible to fit in 3 normal sized beds. So 3 tile beds, you kind of have to have a bigger bedroom than that to do that. But anyways, other than that, it's fine. It should be fine. I just really felt like building something for, someone with triplets or a couple with triplets, because I don't often do that. So that is basically what we're doing today. I did try to make the interior a little bit colorful, but it's not like over the top. There is a lot of color though in there. I decided to go for blue and then orange/yellow, a little bit of both, to be honest. And I like how the whole color scheme turned out. I think it's very cute for the sort of family where they have a lot of children. So yeah, I hope you guys like it. So if you have any suggestions for other tiny houses that you want to see me build, and also apartments, please let me know, because as I said, I will be pre-recording a little bit here over the next couple of days. I'll actually start Tuesday's video tonight. And then also, like I've mentioned in the past, 10 videos or so, if there are any tutorials you want me to make, if there's anything any kind of trick you've seen me do in my videos that you want me to explain in a separate video, let me know. Sometimes I'll explain it to you in the comments if you ask, and with the little bit bigger questions that are a little bit more difficult to explain in text, I'll probably turn those into videos, but please let me know because I am so up for making some tutorial videos for you guys. I do realize that a lot of you have been asking for floor plan tutorials and also roofing tutorials. I cannot teach you how to make a proper roof. I can teach you roofing tricks, but I can't teach you how to make a proper roof because it depends on the house shape, and every house shape is different, so I can't do that. The same counts for floor plans. I can maybe walk you through making one floor plan, but that floor plan would be specific for that build. So again, it's something that depends on the house shape and also the house style, so architectural style, and it gets a little bit weird to try to explain, but I don't know. Maybe at some point I'll try to see if I can walk you through my floor plans, but I still don't think it would be of much help, to be honest. But I don't really know, so we'll see. It's also kind of, because I'm not going to be building house shells just so I can show you guys how I would floor plan those house shells, because then I'd feel like I'd wasted the whole house shell on a tutorial and I'd want to turn it into a proper build. It's a bit difficult to explain. I do also want to point out regarding this build, I did go back at the very end of the video, so at the, like right before screenshots, I go back to the exterior and I actually changed the roofing a little bit because I felt like it looked too much like the single mom tiny or single mom micro home that I made a couple of weeks ago, right after Tiny Living came out. So I just wanted to add some proper roofing instead of just half walls, and that changed up the exterior just a little bit. I like it a lot better with the proper roof piece. So I just want to point that out. It's not going to end up looking like this. I do actually go back at the end and change it up just a little bit. I was having issues figuring out where the heck to put the dining table because it hit me that this is a family of 5 Sims, right? I also made sure that they could actually have pets, so there's no litter box in this house. Just want to point that out because litter boxes, I usually put them in the bathroom and the bathroom is really, really small. There are also no laundry machines. You could possibly put those in the kitchen somewhere if you want to. There's a couple of, like right next to the sliding door leading to the backyard, there is actually, you can see right here, there's a block with like 2 tiles that are not used for anything. So if you hollow out or if you just add an extra wall and you break down one of the walls, you could possibly fit in laundry machines there. I just didn't do that, but it should be possible for you to actually fit in the laundry machines somewhere if you want to. But because the bathroom is so small, I did not fit in a litter box, so they have room for dogs, either 1 or 2 or I don't know, possibly 3. I don't know where they'd sleep, on the ground somewhere, I don't really know. But it should be possible for the household in this family to have at least 1 or 2 dogs as well. And if you want to, you can place a litter box outside somewhere or I don't know, somewhere else in the house and you could have a cat instead. There's no cat scratching tree, so I just want to point that out, warn you guys a little bit, but should be possible to find room for a cat scratching tree as well. So other than that, they should have basically everything they need. I did take this table away that is right in front of the bed, not because it was causing rooting problems, but because it hit me that the children didn't have enough toys in their bedroom, so I needed to put some toys here in the living room area. Also because there's not a lot of room in their bedroom to actually place down toys. If I'd made it for just 2 toddlers, I could have possibly made their bedroom a little bit more playful, like maybe added their own toy box in the bedroom, or they could possibly even have a sized down dollhouse, but because it has to have room for 3 beds, I couldn't really fit that much in there. I think they have a wardrobe that's not really a wardrobe. It's the stair dresser thing. I don't know. You'll see it in a little bit. And then they have a plushie as well, and I think a few toys lying around on the ground. But as for their other toys, they are in the living room. And then I also gave them a sand pit in the backyard where there is another plushie, a toy box, some other toys, and also a dollhouse. So they should have everything they need. I still just don't really know what to do about them once they turn into kids. So if you want to play in this house, you might want to play with aging off, or like I explained earlier, just expand the house a little bit once they turn into kids and you should be fine. I just really want it to stick to under 64 tiles. So this house is actually 62, but I do want to point out like 4 of those tiles are not used for anything. They're just blocks, so for exterior purposes basically. And I do realize that other than when I'm like, except from when I'm making tiny cottages, for example, or tiny off-the-grid houses or, you know, builds like that, I do use this front door quite a lot, and also the windows actually, but I really like how this door looks on tiny houses. Also because a lot of the tiny houses that I build are either slightly contemporary or modern, so mid-century modern, and that front door is definitely mid-century modern, along with the windows that I used in the kitchen, for example. the windows that you see in, also by the way, they are from Get Famous, I just want to point that out. But the windows that you see in the living room area and then also in the toddler's bedroom are from Discover University, and they're not mid-century modern. I don't really know what you call them, contemporary maybe, or maybe even like, no, definitely contemporary maybe. Anyways, but I like to mix the sort of like bigger open windows with the more mid-century modern looking windows. I think it adds a little bit more variety to the windows, and I like how that looks. Plus they let in more light, and that is something that I'm a big fan of too, so I made the same decision for this house. I think we're actually using more of the bigger windows compared to the smaller windows, but it doesn't really matter. So anyways, this is the toddler's bedroom, and because I couldn't fit in a lot of toys in here, I was desperately trying to add decor to the walls, because otherwise the room would have looked so empty, and it's a toddler bedroom. It's not supposed to look empty. So I was just desperately trying to find all the decor for the walls in here. As you can see, I also added 3 different wallpapers just to make it look a little bit more busy too. So they have one wall that is covered in like a color. I don't really know. It's sort of like a yellow, but there's also a slight pink tint to it. But again, that could be my reshade. I don't really know. And then I used my favorite white brick and also one of the other ones that I don't really know how to explain, but basically added some accident walls in there to make it look a little bit busier. So for the rest of the video, we'll be doing the backyard and some landscaping too. I think actually the backyard came together pretty quickly. I did that earlier today, right after I had breakfast, and because I didn't manage to do it yesterday, but that's fine. Anyways, so they have a pool that is very, very small, but it also has to fit a tiny house, so do keep that in mind. And there is a floaty on the pool. It does take up a lot of space, but it's so cute that I could not miss out on adding it to the pool. They also have a grill and a dining table with not enough chairs for the entire family, but I don't really like high chairs, so just like, I don't really know. I don't like high chairs. Some of you guys might, but I've never actually seen anyone in the comment section say that they like to play with high chairs. So I just want to point that out. If you like to play with high chairs, please let me know and I'll try to add them a little bit more often. It's easier to, take out stuff in the build than to add stuff to the build. So yeah, let me know if you like to play with high chairs and I'll try to do my best to add them a little bit more often. There is, however, one high chair at this dining table. So wow, one. Anyways, and then they have the sand pit that I mentioned earlier. They have toy boxes for both the toddlers and also the pet/pets, plural, I don't really know. And there should also be a bike. I just thought it would be cute to, yeah, there's a bike. I thought it would be cute to add a bike for some reason. Also, I want to say that the car that I chose is supposed to look like a proper family car, so I wanted to make sure they had a car that actually looked like they could fit the entire family in it. So I chose one of the ones that kind of looks like a van, but it's not supposed to look like a van. Hopefully it looks like there could be 5 Sims in there, plus a couple of dogs, if maybe 1 or 2 dogs, whatever. So yeah, and other than that, for the landscaping, we're just adding a lot of colorful flowers and bushes and whatever else, mainly flowers to be honest. I thought it would go really well with the house theme and also the house itself, just add a lot of color to it, so yeah. And then of course we're also adding just a few more details to the exterior, like some lamps and I think a couple of plants here and there, or at least like one. I love the hanging plant pot. No, that's the other way around. Pot plants. Plant pots? No. Now I'm confused. Anyways, I love the hanging plants from Tiny Living. These ones, they're so cute. I could never have them, like I couldn't make them work in my apartment, but for the game, I just love them. They work on the interior and also on the exterior, and they're so cute, and in the different swatches as well. It's just, yeah. Love that new item. I've been hanging it by the front door quite often on my tiny builds because I feel like it just fits perfectly right next to the front door. So, but anyways, other than that, yeah, we're just doing a little bit more landscaping, adding some trees, fixing the roof at the very end as well, and I think that's pretty much about it. So again, if you guys have any suggestions for tutorials and apartment builds and also tiny houses that you want to see, let me know with the tutorials. If there's anything, like any kind of trick you've seen me do that you want me to explain to you guys, please let me know in the comments section. And yeah, that's about it for today. So if you guys like this house, you can download it off the gallery. My ID is AvelineYT, and you can also find it under the hashtag Aveline or AvelineYT. And as always, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to like and subscribe and all that good stuff if you did. And I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye!
Playing Coldplay on repeat, watching people on the street as I go by. And it doesn't even matter to me where I go, I just feel I need to take a ride. Got my coffee cup to go, and I'm gonna hit the road tonight. Now my